All right. Good evening. Truly. I had a couple false starts, but we are going to just come in here and chat for a little bit and talk about some ideas I have. Get a shareable link. I'm going to post this in the Discord real quick. Okay. Post it in the Discord. Alright, so purpose of the stream. I make sure that my OBS is looking good. Okay. Purpose of the stream is I had this crazy idea of I started sorting my cards. I started sorting my cards alphabetically by class, and I got through Brute. And I very quickly realized that Brute has a lot going on for it. So I know my room's a mess behind me. I don't really care. Brute has a lot, not necessarily a lot going on for it, but like I have so many Brute cards I'm not going to use. And this is specific to Sage. This is specific to Commons and Rares and your bulk and all that. I just realized when I switched into this, we lost the, we'll just go into this. We lost the music. So it's specific to Brute. I'm going to have to mess with some of these scenes. I spent today just kind of working out scenes, trying to get some kinks out. It sounds a lot better. If I do get to stream on Monday, we'll be able to see it all. So, anyways, Brute, I just have a ton of stuff, and I was like, I don't want all of this. And one of the things I've talked about with Ashen Wings is if you have bulk, you have to have a way to get rid of it. And so I'm actually going to start doing this. I'm going to talk about this on Ashen Wings, on Common Language in the morning. We're going to talk about this. I'm going to bring this up, and how I'm actually actively working on this is that I want to start a recycling program. What I mean by that is I want to get bulk and then get it out to the players at cost. That at cost, it means, like $3 to $5, cover shipping, cover, some packaging, right? I can't do it all for free. I'm not expecting to make any money off of it. So $3 to $5 to send something out and have a package on it. I've had a couple people, I posted it on Blue Sky, and a couple people say like, hey, this is what I'm looking for. And I was like, great. And they were like, I have a few more things, like, awesome. And they were also like, hey, can you build me a Benji Sage deck? I was like, perfect, I'll build something, right? I can build you something. I can give you a active Sage deck. It's not gonna be competitive from equipment-wise, but card-wise it will be. So if you get the right equipment, it'll be competitive. So that's kind of where I'm at with that. And today, we could go live from above, as we see here. We'll spin that around so you don't have to see my old company. I'm drinking some tea. I have cards, obviously. I have lots of cards. Here, we can bring this light. I have a movable light that allows me to kind of light stuff up. This is actually where I cut stuff to. I'll cut a lot of stuff. This is my work desk, but I'll cut a lot of stuff on here. So as I started going through this stuff, like I have a lot of, I just have like a bunch of random cards. I have some sorted. A lot of it isn't. There's a decent amount sorted. A lot of it isn't. I'm gonna need several more 5 rows. So we'll definitely get those. But as I'm looking through this, I started sorting last night. As I'm looking through this, right, here's some dual class stuff. I already got all the Brute stuff out, so anything like that is gonna be dual class. Here's Warrior. I was just going after the Warrior stuff, but as I thought about it more, I was like, oh, I should probably just kind of sort it in general. By class, because as I get to the class, I can just grab the big chunk and be like, hey, this is Warrior, hey, this is generic. Hey, this is a dual class. So here's another dual class, another dual class. Anyways, so I'll keep talking while we do this boringness of this. I should probably actually have the stream up just in case anybody's talking. I'm sure nobody's watching this. I'm not really worried about that. This is just more of like, hey, I'm just going to get on here and talk through some of my ideas, and then I'll go off while you see this boring stuff on here. So, thought process being that I want to create a program to essentially allow you to do that. Now, someone made this in the UK, so I chatted with them, was like, hey, how did you do it? What did you do for that? And they're like, oh, I do it by set. This goes down here. I do it by set. And I was like, okay, cool. If you do it by set, like, how do you handle that? And so essentially what they do is that, for instance, they'll have all the they'll have a commons for this for like Brute Warrior. They'll do a common pack for that, so you can select that, and so on and so forth. So like if I needed Guardian Brute cards, but I wanted the combo of this stuff from this set, instead of picking and choosing which cards I want, you'd pick the packs like this. Now, it doesn't mean that they don't have cards for, they don't have singletons, but those are just like the packs that they have available to them, and that's what they post. So I started going through and I started alphabetizing Brute, and I literally went through almost all of my cards, and I have a little bit less Brute than maybe I thought I would. Well, that's not true. I have like 2.5 rows of Brute and Shadow Brute in here on a 5-row thing. So those rows are pretty deep. So it's a little bit less of like, hey, here's this. But I think the thought process I have is like, hey, if you have bulk, I'll pay for the shipping. You send it over to me, and then I'll sort it and get it in here, and then get it into packs to then start sending out to people for mostly free. I might charge a little extra, like maybe $1 extra, just because the idea would be to get bulk from other people. I'm not looking to make money. It's just more of just trying to make sure it doesn't cost me anything in order to do this program. But right now I'm not buying other people's bulk, so I'm going to try to keep it as low to cost as possible. So like for instance, I might look at it and go like, hey, this is hunted. No, that's generic though, we'll just shove it there. Hey, this will be a few dollars, this will be $3, and maybe it's like $2.50 or something like that. And it's not me pocketing the extra 50 cents, it's just more of me just being like, hey, let's make it as even as possible, because I'm probably gonna have to pay fees depending on, what it's going through. So it's less about, like I said, it's not about making money at all. Oh, this is a good one. I'm also, if you know this channel, you'll see the shorts, and it's all about 3D cuts. I'm actually working on one. I was thinking about doing a 3D cut tonight. I might switch into that kind of depending on how I feel. It is already fairly late here, and I do need to go to bed because finally my kids went to sleep. I'll do a real talk is that, oh, this is a foil. Okay, foils I'll try to put aside. Real talk is that everybody's been sick, and so I do need to go to bed soon because I need to be, I'm gonna get woken up in the middle of the night from kids being sick. It's kind of the long and short of it. So, so like for instance, Rising Power. This card, nobody's gonna really want this. This might be useful somewhere, but not really, right? Well, you never know. Could be good in Tough Nut, probably not. But point being, nobody really wants this, and so that's why you do like a pack, and you do it where you have all the cards in there. So that way you get rid of the cards that people don't want on that level. So that's kind of what I'm thinking in doing on that level. I'm also going to look at maybe doing like a equipment pack for it. So for instance, if you wanted equipment from heavy hitters, I would just have like all of the heavy hitters equipment in it with like the claws and all the heroes. And that way it makes it easy for you to grab like heroes and all of that. So you can grab an equipment pack, once again, not charging anything but shipping on that. So like $3 to $5. Probably, you know, for something like that would probably be more like $3. Oh, here's some, oh, foil. I like to keep the foil separate. Same with mechanologists, right? We have the different mechanologist borders on here. So we have the boost one with the evil ones. These will all be separated as well. So that wouldn't just be, here you go, here's a big bulk of it. So, okay, here's a bunch of it. I'm going to keep that together. Trying to keep the, wait, this is equipment. I have the equipment kind of off here. Trying to keep the equipment here and tokens over here. So anyways, that's my plan. So if you do have bulk, we could definitely chat, and that's less of me just, I don't necessarily want, oh, this is, that must have slipped through. I'm not necessarily looking for more bulk, but if you're gonna literally throw it in the garbage, I'll take it in straight. I've been looking for this. If you're going to throw it in the garbage, I would rather pay for it and get it over here than for it to end up in the garbage. The whole point of this is to keep it out of the landfill. Now, that being said, one of the things that, not that being said, but one of the things that I saw from the person who did it in the UK that they were showing me is they actually track, oh, look at that foil, that's actually pretty. They actually track how much weight they've saved, so how much they've shipped out. They do it by grams there, so how many kilograms, total kilograms. So they're weighing everything that goes out. Obviously you have to, geez, it's really hot in here for some reason. You have to, because you know that's how you price it, shipping. But they do it by weight, which is really, really cool. And so then they show in their spreadsheet that they shared with me, they show how much weight has been saved. So that's going to be something that we're going to do, is I'm going to weigh everything that goes out, and then I'm going to showcase, hey, this is how much weight, you know, we've saved. This is how much we've saved in this. And I'm just going to keep posting it to Blue Sky. I think people will see it. I think people will appreciate it. And I'm just going to try to spread. Oh, here's another card that should be in there. Oh, yeah. I'm just going to start spreading that around and really just try to bring courage token. Try to bring. Oh, that's actually good. Try to bring attention to the fact that we do throw out so much stuff, and here is an option for you to not throw out that stuff. So that's kind of where I'm sitting on that front. This is, okay, this is the hunted. Anything hunted, I actually have a box for it. I'm gonna throw in, yes, it's the hunted. Oh, nope, there's actually plunder the poor and stuff, okay. This is stuff I pulled out to use on the, oh, see, Razor's Edge, Shred. Shred's actually go for a lot. Yeah, so things like Shred, I don't think I have enough Shred, so like this is a rare Dynasty one. So if I have enough to make a pack, I'll do it. But I need to have enough for my decks too. So that kind of depends on, you know, so I'm not trying to short people. It's just like, hey, I need to have some stuff for me too. So anything I have a lot of is what I'm going to do. Okay, this is, I actually started sorting this. So if I see any of this, I'm gonna pull this out and I have a section for it that I'm sorting through. That's magic. Equipment, Obsidian Flame. So like equipment, like WTR equipment, there's a bunch of WTR equipment that's not legal in Sage. Same with Arc. I would still put together equipment packs for that and still be like, hey, here's an equipment pack. And so you'd have to do it all that. And so the whole purpose is to move more bulk than not, because everyone's just going to want like the necessary cards, but you never know like when those cards are going to be accessible. So like it would be a, hey, I'm going to do the pack. I'm going to have the packs already made so I can quickly grab and go. And okay, here's Ninja. Yeah, see, I'm at a spot where I'm not quite ready for all of these cards. I'm just trying to sort them in a way that makes sense, so I can once I am ready, I can get to them. So here's assassin stuff. So it's yeah, I think you get the picture. It's gonna be so that I can move a little more bulk. You might find that stuff helpful, right? Razor Reflex yellow and blue. You could say like, hey, they don't like that, but there has been cases where things like that have come back. And I can see Sage really doing that. So at the end of the day, I don't like cards being thrown out. Is really what it comes down to. So if someone ends up buying some packs from me and then they have bulk and they go like, hey, I don't want this bulk anymore, the idea would be like, hey, they can turn around and send me a shipment of bulk of other, maybe they have other bulk that they don't want, and then they can, you know, just kind of keep filling it up. Because for instance, when Bare Fangs Yellow came out, people were like, this is stupid, this is terrible. And then KO came out, and so people run Yellow Bare Fangs. And so, you know, we don't want to short anybody here. It's a very much a, hey, yeah, like that should already be sorted out. I guess it didn't hit there. I'm really going after Guardian stuff right now. Guardian's my next thing to do. I'm just trying to sort out some of this stuff because I'm going to get to these soon. I'm going to get to these sooner than later, and so that will actually allow me to start building out some of these packs. I did just order like 200 team bags, so I can start building these packs and start getting them up so that Tuesday, they're supposed to come Tuesday. So yeah, I'll promote it then, and we'll try to, like, starting point, great card. This might get replaced, but right now it's pretty decent. Attack reaction, go again, yes please. So yeah, I just wanted to get on and kind of say like, hey, that's what we're doing here. This is the ninja. Yeah, man, it is hot in here. I don't know what is going on. Some of this stuff though, like all these mark cards, like I hate to throw these away. So I'll probably just include them anytime you get hunted. I'll just include one of these things. Just because I love them, but not everybody loves them. But that'll at least, yeah, that'll give you like some tokens. So every time you order that, I can have that in a pack in there for you. But I'm going through, I'm actually alphabetizing every class. And so I used to have it by set, and I would just do it by set. And one of the things that I quickly realized was the fact that, I mean, it just wasn't completely worth it. I'm just putting that there. It wasn't completely worth it because I would get more stuff from a set and then I would start running out of room. I did it by set because the thought process was, hey, I'll buy it all. Initially, I'll buy it all, and then I would put it all in a 5-row box, and then I would be done. And I would just start up wherever the 5-row box was. I would start it up and kind of go from there. I'm talking to A. Okay, let's put +12. I feel like it's kind of quiet. Maybe it's not. Let me double check my OBS. No, we're good. Okay. So that was just kind of where I was sitting on that. This is Warrior. I'm just gonna shove this in here, even though it actually should be in the Warrior pile. It's gonna end up in there. You're like this. Code of Allegiance, really not doing much for us right now, so nobody's gonna want it. But if we do like a equipment pack, like we'll include that, because the reality of it is you never know. Okay, here's a Wizard. I started pulling Wizard aside actually already. My problem is I don't have a... Okay. I don't have like sections. I have these like... I'm going to see if I can start kind of making sections off of stuff. So once I get into a... once I get into something, I go like, hey, this is the section. I can just quickly pull it together. Wow, I missed like several. Oh, this is a dual class. Warrior dual class. Warrior. So I'm trying to get to now is getting all the Guardian, trying to make a Guardian pile so that I can move into Guardian, and then after Guardian is going to be Ninja, and then Ninja is going to be, yeah. And I have, currently I'm using all of my boxes plus some, so I have to get a couple more 5-row boxes. Probably, honestly, I probably need like 3 or 4 more 5-row boxes. And I think what I'm trying to do is, and actually those will go down because what I'll do is I'll end up moving everything out of my single boxes, like these boxes right here, these 8 storage count, and I will use that for my packs so I can quickly grab it, so that once it's up there, people will just be able to select what they want. I'll have how many I have of each one, and I can grab and send. So that's where we're at right there. So I don't think I'm going to need as many 5-row boxes as I think, because I have 3 right now. I think I need at least 3 more. It's going to be tight under my bed, I'm not going to lie. Always go under my bed. But the thought process is that I should have stuff flowing through. Because I know a lot of people that came in at certain points, they don't have the older stuff. I have a lot of the older stuff. So many of us or not us, not me, so many people just like kind of threw out, like, hey, I'm just gonna throw this out. And I do not appreciate people just throwing that stuff out. At the end of the day, that's not very good. Because there's a lot of people, I have a lot of old stuff, and I've kept it because I knew at some point people are going to want the old stuff, and all of it's going to get reprinted. Where's this going here? So hopefully Compendium of Wraith, that'll reprint a lot of the good stuff. So maybe this is moot once Compendium of Wraith. I don't think it is though, because I think people are going to find cool things to do that aren't in Compendium. So yeah, and the purpose of this too, I do want to emphasize, this is not when new sets come out, this is not for me to then go open a bunch of stuff and sell it. This is literally for what I'm going to call a recycle program. This is for doing a recycling program to make sure that cards don't end up in the recycle bin. So if I went out and just bought a bunch of boxes to then sell to the players, like, that defeats the purpose of this. The purpose of this is to make sure that the bulk doesn't end up in the garbage. There's a lot of people out there that like bulk too. I think another second level step of this is once I get my stuff organized, I'll promote it, and then I will start reaching out to people that like bulk in different areas and say like, hey, would you like to be a part of this program? We can connect you to people in your area. The whole idea is it's going to be US based, so it'd be like, I know Alex, for instance, loves his bulk and he doesn't always have a place to put out. And so it would be, okay, would you be willing to be a part of this program so that if there's someone in the West Coast, for instance, I'm not on the West Coast. If there's someone on the West Coast or around that area, like, would you be willing to sell a pack to them? Like, this is what they want. Do you have that? Would you be willing to do that for, once again, keeping even price? I know he charges even locals a little bit extra, like 25 cents a card type of idea, because he sorts it all, right? He sorts it all. He puts in all this time. So I don't want to derail that. And so that's why I would want it to look at as more like a opt-in. It's like as stuff comes in and I go, hey, this is, by you. Would you be willing to do X, Y, Z? And that's the way we're gonna approach it. And this is what I have. They want this. Do you have that? If you don't, like, no big deal. Or are you willing to find it? And if you don't, no big deal. But that way we can kind of try to connect. The idea would be we're trying to connect people with bulk and have them have a way to get it out. Because you really do have to have a way. Oh, here's another foil. It's going to keep the foils separate. Foils I tend to put on TCG Player. I might throw some on here because there's some that don't sell or people aren't interested in. I've made a decent, not a bunch, but I've made an okay amount off of foils. People wanting foils in there. It's been like spare change. I kind of got to a point though where I was like, I don't know if it's worth it, you know, to sell on here. So for instance, here's a bunch of foils. TCG player, I would sell a lot of bulk. I would sell all my bulk foils. So I would get orders in that, you know, was for popular cards and stuff. And I would sell it and I would, you know, make a few dollars here and there. The problem is when you're doing stuff like that, and my main thing is bulk because I've been doing Clash for years and all that. And so doing stuff like that, what ends up happening is that's pretty much all you do. Yeah, these are all Assassin. I'm just going to keep these with Assassin. And so like you don't get those big orders of that. And so you just have a ton of small orders. And I just got to a point where it's like, I don't know that this is worth my time anymore, because there's a lot of foils in here. I don't know if this is worth my time just because like I could be spending it doing something else. And now it's for sure not worth my time because I make 3D cards. So it's like I make 3D cards, and I guess we should start a ninja pile. I make 3D cards and I make a lot more off of those. So like, why am I going to spend my time? I'd rather be spending my time on something creative and do that, and really building up my brand of 3D cards and doing that side. So, all right, these are all ninja, crouching tiger, some more ninja. Okay. I know these are all different. This is just like one box right here, because what I'm trying to get to is get kind of, I have just like stuff everywhere, so I really am trying to get things more organized so that once I get to a class it's a lot simpler, because I did the brute and I like really went through everything and I did brute and got it all together, and now I'm on to Guardian and I'm like, shoot, where is all my Guardian stuff? Like, I don't even know. And so now we're hitting this mode of like, okay, well, I don't know where the stuff is. It's not easy to grab. Like, I've already gone through all of this. Like, I didn't make it easy to grab. Shame on me. Evasive Leap is actually a card. This is not a bad card. It's a 0/3 generic defense reaction. I think it's worth like this for cards for they took off the 0/4s because obviously they didn't want that. So for classes that don't have 0/4 access, like those are worth it. I do mostly Rune Blades, so like we have a couple potentially. We have a 0/4 and then one that could be a 0/4. So like it's not that big of a deal for me, but what is this one? Deep Blue Sea. This gets +1 for each blue card you've pitched this turn. So this is almost like High Tide. So this turns into... Yeah, this is terrible though. Well, okay, no it's not. Think about it. It's a 4/7. Blue. Yeah, okay, that's not bad. Because blue to get a 7 up to 7 is... what is that? Get a blue 7 like at 6? Right, and that's Guardian. Guardian would get that. Play another blue this turn, this gets +2. Yeah, so this is a 3/7. Tidal Surge. This is a better 3/7, let's be real. This is a 3/5. This is... Where was that? Deep Blue Sea. This is a 4/5. This is a 3/5. Yeah, because for each blue card you pitch this turn. This could be potentially a 4/8. You're really not getting higher than that, but this is a 3/7. If you pitch the blue card this turn. If you... Oh, this is... okay. This is pitched This is played. Okay, I see. I see the difference. Oh, it's a guy there. Sky body. Was Tiger Heirloom worth it? No. You have exactly one. It gives you like 3. You're rarely gonna have exactly one. I liked these exactly one ones, kind of. I wish that they were slightly different than exactly one. I don't know. I want to like these. I wish that there was something like if you transcended, flip them. Boom. Not exactly one. Although if you transcended, that might be too strong. You get 3 block for transcending. Okay, so we've organized this drawer. This drawer in here. This was like a set drawer. Okay, so how do we want to do this? Here's my generics. Here's brute cards that should already be packed away. Let me go look at one more drawer. I want to... I'd like to have these drawers more organized, because this is kind of everywhere. So we're going to just go over here. Let's grab in a drawer. Okay, so this is a bit of Guardian. This is a bit of everything, actually. Alright, so like, it's that. Here's the Talisman of Warfare, that's generic. There's some Everfest in here. I don't know how Everfest ended. Oh, here's some treasure. Yeah, this is a weird conglomeration of nonsense in this to start out with. I'm putting my... Yeah, I don't... I didn't really come in here with a great plan other than like, hey, we're just going to make a big pile of mess and try to get through this. Yeah. Alright, all Monarch-based stuff I'm going to put over here. There's another... Oh, yeah, this is a foil. Another foil. Generic. Oh, foil. When did we... What is this from? Was this from Worlds? Did I open this at Worlds? I don't think I did. This might be my pack from Worlds, actually. Okay, Ode to Wrath, great card. Oh wait, this is room play. I'll just leave that in there. Okay, equipment, tokens, all that stuff. Okay, here's some equipment. Some treasure. What's on the other side? Treasure Island. Okay. Pirate theme. That's weird. Correspond to my wife. I'm doing this as sort of a get my mind off of things right now. I do need to go to bed here. Okay. Okay, so here's where things get a little bit weird. So start getting elemental stuff. Really, this should be its own separate pile. Here's some elemental things. Start getting some pirate things. Pirate. Elemental. Okay, I'm just gonna put elemental stuff together. Okay. Sort of a miscellaneous pile of stuff. Same with like Ronald Buckler, right? Like nobody's gonna want that. We'll throw that into equipment. Into equipment things. So like, because you just never know. It's hard to be like, yes, don't send them this crap because they're just gonna throw it in the garbage. But like, I don't know. I just feel like you never know when that could come back. I don't think that's one that will ever come back. Let's be real. Ronald Buckler sucks. Oh, here's a blue glisten foil. But I don't see it ever. I don't see it ever coming in. Oh, Winter's Whale. That's right. Okay, it's got to be my world stuff. I've been a Winter's Whale. Winter's Whale. Guess it's legal in LL. But nobody plays LL now. Not after this weekend. That's fun. Oh, foil. My Monarch, I did the Monarch one at the end of every day. I did the event, which I don't know that I liked that I did that. I'm going back and forth. I didn't really have anything to do, really, but I think it would have opened me up to do a little something else. Okay, perfect. So here we go. We're starting to get into some Guardian stuff. Oh, wow, this is scratched the shit out of. The fuck? Alright, so here's this stuff. I'm just gonna put that up there. Same with this. We're just gonna combine these two talents together. That's really what we're gonna do. I do think generics, I've been going back and forth on if I should do generics by alphabetical. I probably should. It would just make it so much easier if I did it by set, because then I could pull together those packs like really fast. I might just do it by set, just so I can kind of see what they are. I do know one of the things that I am going to say kind of as a disclaimer is that I'm not going to assure that you have the print from the set. You will get a print, and it will be you know, in from that exact set, but you might not get the set print. What I mean by that is they do a lot of reprints and stuff. So like when I'm building packs, like what do I do with the brute stuff? Like Bare Fangs, for instance, right? There's the Everfest version, and then there's the heavy version. They're exact same. So if you buy it in Everfest, if you get an Everfest pack, it'll be in there. If you get a heavy pack, a heavy brute pack, it'll be in there. But I'm not going to guarantee that you have one from that printing. I think that kind of defeats the purpose of what I'm trying to do here, and that is to get cards in players' hands. And if they really cared about that, then I would say get off a TCG player. I'm doing a service for essentially free. Not essentially. I'm doing a service for free. You're paying shipping. That's it. So. Oh, jeez, what the heck happened here? Oh, hair. Okay, that was a weird hair too. I don't know if that was my hair. It was probably my kid's hair. That's weird. I thought it was a big long scratch. I will tell you that my beard hair gets everywhere when I'm not paying attention. A lot of this is like I've needed to sort through here and I just haven't, and I've been just like piling stuff and piling stuff and piling stuff, and then I'm like eventually I'll get to it, and here we are now, and now we're at the point of like, okay, I'm gonna get to it. So I do think Silver Age, we'll talk about Silver Age meta real quick. I think Silver Age, if you weren't paying attention, there was a tournament in Japan, and half of it was Chain, and Chain won it in the finals against Valda. From the reports that we've gotten, this is all hearsay through Blue Sky, so I don't really know, but that is kind of where we're at with this, is that it's looking like Chain might be the best deck. Actually, surprisingly, maybe not surprisingly. I don't think it's like overly surprising to some people if you've been paying attention. Runeblade is really strong. Runeblade, but Runeblade gets stuffed hard by Guardian. Chain, after a couple turns of chains, right, he can then go tall over Guardian. He'll just get ridiculous turns. So I think I'm not surprised. I am surprised at how many were there, just because I do think the top was Ira, Bravo, Flattering Showman, because Flattering Showman is what you should be running. If you're running Bravo, that's what you should be running. OG Bravo is never going to be played, let's face it. And the third played was Briar. There was no Briar. It was 4 chains, 2 Oldhams. Here's 2 other 1-on-1. I don't remember what they were. Avalda. There was Avalda. Was there 2 Valdas? There might have been 2 Valdas. I can't remember. That might have been it. But yeah, so it was Valda Chain in the finals. Chain won. The reason why I think Chain is so well in there is, I mean, you might be saying, well, it's Chain. It's like, yes, it is. The thing is, Chain can get blown up fairly easily. If you have a good turn, if you have a really good opener turn with any of those top 3 decks, you can just wipe Chain off of the face of the earth by like turn 3. If you don't beat him by turn 3 though, then you got a problem. And then he just does some ridiculous things. And he can get over the top of... I love Punch Above Your Weight. I love this card so much. He can get over the top of people. Like, he's not... Once he gets that set up, right, he can do some combos that hurt a lot. Well, he'll do a setup turn, and then he'll just go at you where he'll do like a 7 into a 7. And sometimes more. And so those can hurt. He'll do a 7 into a 7 attack, and that's not including the stuff he's hitting you with. Oh shoot, I hit the rune chance he's hitting you with, because the reason why he's hitting you with those is because of Rune Gate. So he's hitting you with a rune chance to get the rune gates out. So he'll hit you a 7 into a 7, plus those rune chants. Oh, Revered Guardian will add those into this Guardian pile. So I'm not overly surprised to see him do well. I think this has definitely made a lot of people move into Chain a little bit more. I don't think that there's any reason to play anything like the other Shadow Runeblade, because I do love Vinset. I love Vinset. I just, with Chain, I don't... How did I miss this card? I missed several Brute cards as I'm going through this. So many Brute cards I missed. I need some empty boxes, though. I'm just looking at this being like... The reason why this is so overwhelming is because I need like 2 more empty boxes. 5-row boxes, and then this would actually be crazy simple. Because I would just start throwing stuff into it, being like, okay, this should go into here, this should go into here, this should go into here. And then I could start doing this and then just shove it all into there and then sort it once I get to it. But we're not quite there yet, so. But yeah, so I do think that there's, once again, I missed this Brute card. I think Chain, I won't be surprised if Chain gets the Banhammer from, if the players don't do it, I would see the devs doing it. I think he gatekeeps too many cards. Oh, look at the random super rare in there. And good super rare too. I think I'll gatekeep too many heroes. So I think we'll see him. I do think we'll see him go. Oh, some ninja stuff. Some combo stuff. Okay, yeah, this is kind of what I was looking for, was this section here. I was like, I'm pretty sure there's a whole section of heavy hitters that I haven't touched. Which will make for some really good packs. Yeah, see, like this stuff right here. Like, I wish there was... I need a couple more boxes. Like 3 more boxes, probably. Because I would start sorting this and getting these into the 5 boxes as I sort in classes. Because I really see myself kind of doing these in tandem of like, hey, I'll get these classes in here, and then I'll work and get this stuff in here. So, what time is it? Oh, I've been doing this for an hour. Cool. This is probably roughly a good spot. I'm going to get through this box, and then we'll go ahead and end this stream on here. I will try to do more streams. I say that, but I don't really know how many more I'm going to get to do. My wife always complains because my bedroom is right off of this office. My wife complains about me being too loud when I do this. So I probably won't. And work has just been crazy, which has been a great crazy. I am loving my new job. I just started a new one. It is a little bit different. I'm having to play more of quite frankly, more of a middle manager role. Not really middle manager. That's a bad way to say it. More of a team leader role. That's a good way to say it. So I'm not a middle manager. I'm a team lead, and so I get to be more of high level in doing stuff, and then trying to hand those off to my teammates. So it gets very time consuming. And just making sure like things are going smoothly. I'm just used to being into the depths of projects. God, this is gonna be a mess to pick up. Okay, we are gonna pick this up, don't worry. The cleanup is always the hardest. That's why I was like, I wish I just had some boxes to just kind of shove these in. Luckily, I have a couple bins over here to the side, so I will organize these and shove them into some bins. And the idea being that once I get to them and I can look at the bins, I'll be like, hey, this will be in this order. And as I start going through some other bins, I'll start throwing them together so that I'll start seeing how it works. Okay. Ultimately, I'm going after Guardian stuff, so this Guardian pile here is going to go into this box over here. Runeblade stuff I'm just throwing into this pile for a minute. I really should have a Runeblade pile, but I don't. Wizard. And this is like elemental wizard, whatever. We're just gonna put that together. It's just gonna go together. Snappies. These white cards, I don't know. Well, I probably won't include them in the packs. A lot of people are weird about white cards. I love white cards. So like, honestly, I'll probably put these in the decks. I'm a big fan of white cards. I know that's a lot of people are like, why are you a big fan? That's stupid, blah, blah, blah. It's like, Okay, I'm just throwing these together because these are, I actually have a spot for, wait, this is, okay, this is Rosetta. Okay, I have a spot for Rosetta stuff. Rosetta stuff, I'm already sorting. There is a box full of Rosetta stuff. Okay, ninja stuff we're just gonna shove in here. We're just gonna do it. I do want to do an Arachne Huntsman with this as the, these are all scraped, holy shit. Why are they scratched so much? These ones are, these ones aren't. Scratch ones. Well, let's see. I want to do Arachne. I'm going to do an Arachne Huntsman. Which technically he wouldn't be legal to play, but I don't think anyone's going to stop me because they said the silhouette has to be. So like this, I would love to have this though, Arachne Huntsman, but because the silhouette isn't the same, yeah, it's all scratched there too. What the heck am I doing with these cards? Honestly, they're just going in and out is what's happening. So they're getting scratched. Don't stop them from being played, I just can't cut them up. Dual class cards for this set is just gonna go into here. It's like same with these, like this will be a common, I'll do a common thing. I know everybody wants the blade break, not the blade break, the why am I forgetting the names? Everyone, you know what I'm talking about. The blade ones, the blade edge or whatever. Anyways, everyone wants those because that's what everybody runs. Everywhere, really. Let's be real. But blade beckoners. I was like, that's what I was like. It's blade whatever. Blade beckoners. Everyone runs blade beckoners. So everyone wants that. So I have a couple locals that need some. So I'm gonna get them it. I need a shit ton. So I don't know that I'm gonna make packs for those, just because I need so many of them. Well, here's all tokens. Token. I actually think most of these are tokens. Which I think I'm gonna start. Oh, here's some. I'm gonna start looking at doing weapon tokens for 3D cutouts, and I'm gonna make them cheap, like $20, something like that. So they're really only gonna be like 3 layers. And so I'm gonna start. I think I'm gonna start doing those so I can start using up the weapons. But like Centauri Sellsword, like you just look at this and you're just like, okay, you know, this is cool and all, but I see here 2 layers on the blade. If I push it, yeah, 2 layers. And then the background is really just kind of eh. Like I could do some cool things with the background, but I'm not going to. And so it'll just be maybe like, I don't know, like maybe I could do something cool with the background, like have him shiny or something, like this hatchet, for instance. Like it's got that's circular, so maybe there's like a cool swish I could do. Maybe there's like something shiny I could do to make it come out. Oh, actually, I know I could actually just kind of cut this out right here. Yeah, I have some ideas, because I could cut this out right here. There's this cool technique where you push on the back to kind of make it pop and then put it down, but you usually do that as I would want it to go in, not out. So I don't know that there's a cool way to do that, because you don't want to do the circling on it. It is important that it is upside down, otherwise it will damage the card. Fatigue shot. Red alert. Yeah, like all of these equipments are kind of useless. I think if I do a pack of those, no one's going to buy them. I will probably still do a pack of them. Or I could include it in the pack for Hunted. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. Because I might like this Leapfrog. I've actually legitimately run Leapfrog before. But the player does have to activate attack reaction. But they are blade breaks, so like you block the first one, and if you think they're going to do attack reaction, block the first one, and then when they attack again, if they do an attack reaction, you can jump it to there. So like, there's still some situations that you could legitimately run those. It is just to block one, and I think that that's okay. It just gives you the option of having that. So who knows? If Arachne ever gets popular, right, you can bring in the royal stuff. I think it'll be fun. Spider's Bite. Tokens, 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 tokens. Okay, all these tokens. I think most of these are actually tokens back here. So then we're gonna look at what we need to do to get token. Equipment. Yeah, these are all tokens and weapons. Oh, that's right. The proto stuff is tokens. Okay, tokens. Oh, here's some equipment. Started trying to pull the equipment aside. Oh, here's a random. Oh, I missed a handful of brute stuff. Okay, it's just a bunch of equipment and a bunch of tokens. Cool. All right. So we got to the bottom of 2 drawers. This is all Guardian, so this is gonna go into here. I'm starting to make a pile. Stuff over here. There's gonna be more Guardian stuff. Like I have Guardian stuff kind of throughout. A couple more boxes that are gonna have to go in here. I'm trying to make room though, because I have a couple of rows in this box that needs to go to Guardian, and I need to make space for it, and I'm not sure how. I think I have some empty rows somewhere. I'm just doing so much shifting around, it's ridiculous. Okay, so Illusionist, this actually needs to be sorted. This I'm going to put to the side because that's going to end up in a different box. This is all talent stuff. So talent stuff I'm going to do kind of last. Here's some more talent stuff and dual class. Talent and dual class. Hey, let's just shove this all together. Cool. This is some, okay, some wizard things. Here's some pirate stuff. I actually have a box of pirate stuff. I have a box of hunted stuff, so these are gonna go into those, I think. This is just random. This is still random. Okay, let's do this. Warrior stuff we'll put in the warrior pile. So this is the class, this is talent. Is what we're doing here. We're just trying to make this easier. But once we get into the class, because what we're going to do is we're going to do the class. If there's a class with a class talent, we're doing it. I'm going to put it in there. The talent is going to be in a different box. Is really what we're trying to do. Oh, it's brute anyways. Okay. I'm not gonna lie, this is a little overwhelming. I knew that when I was gonna start organizing this by class, this was going to be an overwhelming task. And I'm not wrong. This is super overwhelming. You might look at this and be like, well, it's overwhelming because it's messy. You're absolutely right. It is overwhelming because it's messy. I think ideally, I have a bunch of drawers behind me. And that's what these things are. I have like these like bolt drawers. I think ideally what I want to get to is maybe have one of these drawers to be a class. To be a class while I organize it, so that I can start moving that. But the main issue is let me see here. How many drawers do I got? 2, 3, 4. I think I only have 7 maybe. I could have more, but I think I really only have 7 to work out of. So I could combine a couple classes together, I think. But there's a bunch of cards underneath me. Like, that's why I started going through this, because I was like, I have cards throughout this whole room, and I would rather this be organized in a way that I can come in, find the stuff for Sage, build my Sage decks very easily, and come back out. That is not the case right now. I cannot do that. It is not easy. So the way I'm going to do it is I'm going to organize it by class. Then I'll have a box of dual class stuff. Then I'll have a box of talented stuff. A box of talented might be a couple boxes. But like right now what I'm seeing is that Brute took up half of a 5-row box. Guardian is probably going to do that as well. So if we say there's 10 classes, that's 5-row boxes. That's 10 classes. Well, 11 classes because Pirate is a class. So there we go. That's Pirate. I think it'll be more or less in the talent because I'll probably need 2 things of talent. So that's 7 boxes right there. I can go 3 high. I don't know that I can fit 9 boxes underneath my bed because I can go 3 high. And that's where I came to the, okay, I need to actually start like a recycling program to recycle cards, to get the cards out. So as I'm taking in cards, I can get them out. And the idea would be that people could send me their bulk because I am constantly putting stuff out. We'll see how that goes, but that's the idea behind it. And I think we'll be able to do it. I think there's enough people out there looking for this, and I'm hoping I have enough reach to start this program to make it worthwhile. At the very least, it'll be me getting out bulk to people that need it. So I'm dubbing this the Sage Recycle program. I'm gonna talk more about it. You obviously just heard me talk an hour about it. I'm gonna talk about it briefly in our stream on Tuesday, on Common Language in the morning. And once I can get it up and running and start building out those packs, then I will look at how do we get more people involved. People love bulk. I know there's a couple different people out there just off the top of my head I can think of that I could invite to the program as like, hey, could you be a part of this where we can send out bulk to people? My biggest worry though too is also everybody that joins it needs to be kind of vetted. And I don't really know what that is, so maybe it's just that I get to know them. Because if I'm sending stuff to people, I need their address. I don't want those addresses being out there for people. So I don't want to just be like, hey, you're in the Colorado area, so, so-and-so should send you the stuff because they have it. Send me your address, right? Like, so for the safety of people, I don't want to do that. B for Valor. This is such a useless card. Attack reaction 1. Destroy this. Charge your hero's soul. Target attack hits +1, but doesn't have go again to play the aura out. So you have to end your turn on that. Why is auras so useless? LSS, anytime they build an aura that doesn't have go again, it's like the most useless thing. And on top of this, you still have to pay 1 to attack react, and they get to see it. And you're charging, so it's not like it counts as a charge. It's not like it's not like you taking the... So the only way that this is worthwhile is if you used this to charge your soul. So if this was destroy this, charge your hero's soul with this card, or and not destroy this, pay 1, charge your hero's soul with this card so it goes into your hero's soul, get +1. Ooh, that would be worth having out there as an attack react to, anyways, nonsense. But thank you for enduring my rambling. If you did watch this, I'm very much assuming nobody is going to watch this, so if you watched a little bit of this, thank you. But we are going to talk more about this. I'm going to talk more about this on Tuesday, and I will catch you all on Tuesday morning for Common Language